I'm Lance Cowell. I am the father of the bride. Kayla, you look absolutely beautiful this evening. Clay, you clean up very well. I want to welcome everyone, all my family and friends tonight to the iconic Liberty Memorial. Thank you for joining us and enjoying the evening tonight for Kayla and Clay's very special day. I'm going to say that you two are the most beautiful couple I've seen in my lifetime. Okay? I want to give a special thanks to Hannah, the wedding planner that put this thing together for us. We've been working on this for over a year, and she took the stress away from Kayla and myself. And the only thing Clay did was stay out of the way. And he had two words of wisdom. He said, "Honey, if you like it, I love it." So, Clay, that's a recipe for a successful marriage. Keep it up. I also want to say thank you to Monica for a very moving ceremony today. Just what we like. Very short, very sweet, very to the point, and very heartfelt. Monica, if you're here, thank you very much for the moving ceremony uniting Clay and Kayla in marriage. Dave, Anna, what do you guys have? Right there. So the Richardsons threw a mini wedding celebration last night at Indian Hills Country Club. It was phenomenal. The weather was perfect. You guys did a great job. I want to thank you very much for that, number one. And most importantly, thank you for raising such a fine young gentleman in Clay. He's awesome. You used my speech last night and you said 15 years. I can't use that tonight. They've been together for 15 years, at least. So thank you for doing such a phenomenal job. You also have two other sons, young gentlemen that are phenomenal. Ben and Clark. Where's Clark at? Hey, Clark, what happens in Cabo stays in Cabo. Woo! Sorry, Clark. Had to do it. Sorry. Kayla, you're the shining light in my life. You are a giver. You're one that always puts everyone first. You always give the seat up to someone else. To your right, her name is Carissa. You have a heart of gold, and everyone loves being around you. So tonight, when the minister was saying the vows, I'm thinking, my Lord, she is saying exactly what I'm going to try to say today. I mean, you put everyone first, and you're always second. That's a trait that not very many people have, young lady. That's very special to me and very special to the young man sitting to your left. So you're going to be you're a beautiful bride tonight. You're going to be a beautiful, loving, caring wife. Clay, what the hell took you so long? Really? Come on! Okay, I think it's 15 years, like 5,400 days or something like that you guys have been dating. To give you an idea of how long they've been dating, my son right here, Parker, he's 14. That's when they met. Clay didn't have the mullet though. But it looks really good on Parker, trust me. And he's really embarrassed that his dad called him out. Sorry, buddy, I had to do it. Clay texted me last August and said, hey, let's have a drink. Friday night, 4 o'clock, Bristol. Can't, golfing. Texts me again, goes, hey, how about another drink on Saturday? I said, can't do that either. So he says, Bristol, Bloodies, brunch. I go, God damn, that kid knows my weaknesses. I love the Bristol, and I love Bloodies. So we go to the Bristol, we speak for about an hour, and he goes, well, you know why I asked you here, don't you? I said, Clay, I have not a clue. Why? He goes, I'm going to ask Kayla to marry me. I want your blessing. And this is classic. I said, in a very stern look, I said, Clay, are you worthy? And his answer blew me away. He goes, I don't know. And I said, if you don't know, who in hell does? But what that tells me is he's open, honest, and transparent about everything he does. The over-under me crying is really good. So we talked about it, and I said, Clay, you have absolutely totally outpunted your coverage, and that's what you need to do to stay focused in a relationship. And we kind of talked about that and laughed and giggled and hugged and cried, and I said, you absolutely have my blessing. Thank you. So these two got engaged last October, so in Napa. So Kayla wanted to go to Napa for her 21st birthday. And I took her when she was 28.
I was 30.
You were 28. Trust me, you were 28. So they fell in love with Napa. We love going to Napa. They fell in love with Napa. Really, Abby? So they fell in love with Napa. And when Clay and I were talking, he goes, I got to do something iconic, something really cool. I want to ask her to go to Napa. And I said, I think that's a great idea. So he arranged a trip to Napa and proposed at Napa at a really neat winery called A&R. And a very special day. The Richards were there. Chrissy was there. We had the Rodriguezes. We had some friends and family there. It was a great celebration for the weekend. you cheated on me. So I would love to propose a toast to the newlyweds. Please raise your glasses. So what we have done, we have all the wine, all the bubbles we're drinking, and it's not champagne, it's bubbles. It's bubbles from Napa. It's one of my very favorite wineries. It's where they got engaged. My friend did a commemorated bottle of Kayla and Clay with their engagement picture on it. And I'd like to propose a toast. May your glass always be full of love, laughter, and life. Here's to Kayla.
Well, most of you know who I am, but for those who don't, I am Carissa. I am Kayla's little sister, and also known as Peanut. If you guys hear that, that's me. Thank you all so much for being here today. I know how much it means to Kayla and Clay, and no matter the distance that all of you have traveled, we're just so excited for everyone to be here today and celebrate Kayla. Quickly wanted to say thank you to my parents, the Richardsons, Hannah, especially my dad. Last night was a beautiful night and evening, and today has been the perfect day. I mean, have you guys ever seen a more beautiful bride in your life? Kayla, you are glowing. You always got it going on, my dear. So, it's pretty hard for me to put into words how much my sister means to me. So everyone bear with me, I'm going to do my best. Whether she knows it or not, Kayla has always been my biggest role model. Growing up, I always wanted to be just like her. I wanted to dress like her, play the same sports, share the same interests, hang out with her friends, and ultimately I was probably a little bit annoying, but Kayla literally never minded. She always let me hang out with her, literally do whatever she wanted, and we quickly became best friends. The woman that you all know now, the big-hearted, kind, beautiful, adventurous, smart, and just most perfect woman. She is who I inspire to be. Whether it was excelling in school or work, mastering her homemade chocolate chip cookies, fostering puppies, or maintaining her relationship, she always set the bar so high. Kayla has this natural ability to lead and protect. She makes people feel so good about themselves when they are around her or when they follow her lead, which is definitely why she was her president for sorority, cheer captain for multiple years, and was nicknamed Mom from all growing up, right? She was not only taking care of me, she was taking care of her friends, her sorority sisters, cheerleaders, and Christy from time to time too. I'm just kidding, Mom, I love you. Kayla is so much more to me than a big sister. She's my best friend, my mentor, and literally the only person I could talk to on the phone 15 times a day, every single day. And Clay can vouch for that. She's my forever ski buddy, workout partner, biggest sports fan, and literally the best aunt to my baby, Millie. I will always be your #1 fan, and I'm so proud to be your sister. I love you. And that's where it leads me to Clay. And all I'm gonna say is about damn time, brother. Gosh. Sorry for the damn, but anyways. My first memory with Clay and Kayla was back in 2006. We were driving around in our white Toyota Yaris and had to go pick Clay up. Like Dave said last night, he was only a freshman, so he couldn't drive. And she was a sophomore, so cougar cow. Anyways. We picked him up, and of course Kayla and I, made him feel pretty uncomfortable, as sisters do. We're giving each other hand signals, like talking through our eyes, and ultimately Carissa decided to be the stubborn little shit she is, and was poking his hair and said, "Oh my gosh, what's wrong with your hair? It's uneven." Little did I know that Clay is very self-conscious about his hair. And if you know he doesn't want you to touch it, he wears particular products. And he makes sure it looks suave all the time, all right? I mean, look at it tonight, right? It looks great. Clay not only had to go through me, but had the opportunity to meet many more friends and family at our annual shrimp boil in September of 2007, where he once again was called out for wearing his little brother's shirt. Am I right, Bob Nizzy? I think you're out there somewhere. Little did Clay know what he was getting himself into with the Cowell family. Did you know when you signed up for one Cowell, you got 2 girlfriends and 10 dads? Hence the bachelor party. But really, I never thought anyone in this world would be good enough to marry my sister, but she found the one that proved me wrong. I spent the last 15, I had 14, but I guess it's 15 years getting to know Clay, and I want you to know that we all love you so very much. Today marks it official, but I know I gained a brother and a best friend 15 years ago. From traveling to many Iowa games, long Colorado ski trips, Arizona, Cabo, and more, you've truly experienced a whole new reality with the Cowell sisters, and let's just say you're the bravest guy I know. I can say from the bottom of my heart, I couldn't pick a better guy for Kayla than Clay. I know him as someone who has tremendous family values, who's so caring, so down to earth, loving, and my biggest support. I love you, and I literally could not say enough nice things about you. So lastly, I wanted to give you, I really wanted to come up here and give you some relationship advice, and that you all know that would be a damn disaster right now. So here's what I do know. If you ever messed up, flowers will tell Kayla you're sorry, but a Chipotle bowl and chocolates will tell her that you learned your lesson. Always tell her she looks beautiful, love her unconditionally, and always remember your little sister can always kick your butt. Kayla and Clay, you guys are my best friends, and I don't know what I would do without you. Thank you so much for always letting me be your third wheel, and for always cooking me meals. Together and individually, you both are so kind, gracious, beautiful, the best chefs, and so deserving of each other. I'm so excited to see what the future holds, and I can't wait to be an aunt to your future children. Hopefully love me most. So without further ado, if everyone could please raise your glass and give a toast to the future, or to the brand new Mrs. and Mr. Richardson. Woo!
Good evening, everybody. Ben's going to be joining me up here. I'm Clark, for those of you that do not know me. I'm Clay's older brother. You're going to hear from both of his brothers. We having mic issues? I'm the older brother that's way too uptight. Ben's the one that's way too relaxed. We're going to kind of jam these two speeches together, and you guys are going to be the judge how this goes, okay? So just bear with me. I do want to get some thank yous out of the way for starters. Again, just as we heard previously about my family, Christy, Lance, for Kayla, we just want to say thank you. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Everything that we've heard already from Kayla, I mean, we love her so much. We are so ecstatic for her to come in. I echo everything that I've heard. So whatever you guys were doing, thank you so much for raising Kayla the way she did. I also want to give a special shout out. Lance, I think there's been some said about it already, but between Union Station, Liberty Memorial, this is an absolutely incredible venue. The ambiance, everything here is truly special for a truly special couple, notwithstanding the Fast and the Furious going on behind me. I do also want to give special thanks to my parents, Clay's parents, Anna and Dave, Stretch, as we affectionately call him. You heard a little bit from Stretch last night, and you guys just have done so much for us our entire lives. I'm so grateful for everything that you've done, particularly in transforming Clay from the angsty teen we're going to talk about here in a second to this well-polished dude that now you see here before you in the tux. Thank you so much for everything that you do, truly from the bottom of my heart. In terms of the guests, I mean, I wanted to call out just some specific folks from our side of the aisle, that folks have come from far away. The Zaborskis extended, folks from Wisconsin, Minnesota, South Dakotas. We got the California contingency here. We've got folks from Tennessee, Michigan, everybody coming from all over to be here with us. And the Iowa folks, I'm going to pander to the Iowa folks later. Just hold your horses. Sheesh, Lance. This guy. Thank you all for coming and joining us. Truly, I do want to talk for a second about Clay. And particularly a guy who could have but didn't rest on his good looks. He could have just said, for some people, they may be so good looking they don't end up being interesting people. Not Clay. And I truly mean that. If you don't know this about Clay, to go back a little bit, Clay, his complexion when he first came out, he was basically like a Kardashian kid. He was in a nationwide Walmart commercial. They would do like rolling back prices. There's these bouncing little yellow ball around, and then it would be Clay, just little toddler Clay pushing a little shopping cart. And he was a ridiculously good-looking little kid. He probably would have been a child star if someone had not pushed him down a hill, sliced his chin open on a tennis racket. It was me, I'm sorry, by the way. But he was still good looking, as Kayla can attest. I mean, we talked about that when he showed up, there were ripple effects at Blue North High School. As in the fall, I mean, I was a senior. I had to put up with senior girls talking about my brother showing up on campus at Blue North High School. It's probably why Kayla snatched him up when he was only 14 years old and went cradle robbing. But truly, he has been somebody who has still gone out and got everything that he wanted. He has pursued everything in life with such unbelievable passion and zeal, and no matter what he's doing, his extracurriculars, his academics back at the time, athletics, any hobbies, travel, cooking, you name it, the guy has just an unmatched passion for whatever he's doing. He was actually a tenacious football player, as some of his buddies reminded me earlier today. Even brought the wide receiver gloves to the Fidel house, am I right? He was taking leadership positions there at the University of Kansas at Fidel. He still, remained in touch and doing things with the Fidel house, which my dad was a Fidel. We've had uncles that, maintain that continuity with Phi Delta Theta. He was part of the esteemed KU Finance Scholars Program. He parlayed that into investment banking and doing all sorts of interesting things in finance and all of his entrepreneurial ventures. It's been really amazing to watch what Clay can accomplish. And he has had unbelievable accomplishments. But it's been amazing to see that passion has been extended back to Kayla. And to see with Kayla that is fully reciprocated. And it's just so exciting to see that Kayla is also fiercely devoted to Clay. And I gotta do a quick anecdote here. I've only ever seen another girl try to dance up on Clay one time. Big mistake by her. Kayla form tackled her in the middle of a bar. Decleated that person. I don't think she's been the same since. I'm serious. But in all seriousness, this couple, they are just the coolest people. They're amazing to hang out with. They enjoy the finer things in life, which is why I do want to turn it over to the biggest beneficiary of some of those things. And he's going to talk a little bit more, but I'm so proud of you, Claybo. I love you very much.
Thank you, Clark. So I'm Ben. I am Clay's younger brother. And as Clark said, you could best describe our relationship as Clay and Kayla's biggest mooch. I've enjoyed spending the off season living up down the street from Clay and Kayla, and being neighbors with Kayla has its perks. One of my favorite things to do is call over on a random night, say, "Hey, Clay, what's going on?" And inevitably, he'll respond, "Oh, I'm simmering some oxtail and red wine, and Kayla's baking her, homemade oatmeal cream pies," which one of my friends labeled as pure crack. And so, he'll be like, "Yeah, we got plenty. Come on over." And, me knowing exactly what I'm doing, "Oh, I'm over in 2 minutes." And that's been a common theme over the last couple of years. And they treat me to a decadent meal for no reason other than it's Tuesday evening. And, Clay and Kayla are foodie fanatics. They do it right, too. It's all the intricacies. It's, first course, second course, dessert. It all comes out perfect, right on time, and it's all in sync. It's, it's perfect to watch. And they work really hard together on it, too. And travel's the same. You go to a new place with Clay and Kayla, they're just going to find, you just stick with them, they're going to find the best places to hang out, the best food spots, the best places to get a drink. And, the coolest thing is seeing how much enjoyment they get out of this. And for me, I'm a travel enthusiast. I love doing that kind of stuff with them. And so I just reap all the benefits. And so these type of experiences are amazing. And one might say that our relationship is more take than give. But I say, that's a big brother's job. so, and so all the way back since me and Clay shared bunk beds, I've always been taking things from Clay. You know, I was stealing his clothes because I knew they were cool. I was going through his iTunes library when he wasn't paying attention. I was stealing music, you know. And it's still that way today. I try to learn from him as much as I can. You know, I bounce things off him, and you know that goes on to my professional development. I see Clay as a mentor and things like that. And so yeah, you could say he's been succeeding in his role as big brother. But as I've gotten older, I've learned that the most important thing of all that I've taken away from Clay and Kayla both, they know that the most important thing is, you know, bringing people together and cherishing that time with people that they care about most. And so I've learned that that's what's most important. And over the years, I've, you know, enjoyed all the moments together with us, and I'm looking forward to many more. And I love you guys both. So if you guys would raise a glass, we'll toast to Clay and Kayla.